Who's that peeking in my window? You should let some more skin show. And if one of these websites get the info, we could work it out, no Nintendo. I just hit out, tab, switching in between two
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to see how I went from these bushy eyebrows to these eyebrows on fleek, then keep on watching. And just to reiterate, this is part 1 of 2 videos. So if you want to see how I tinted my eyebrows at home, make sure to check the description box below for part 2. Okay, guys, things you'll need are the Veet waxing strips. You'll also need tweezers. You'll need eyebrow scissors, also eyebrow spoolies, and an eyeliner much darker than your eyebrows. Let's get started. All right, so using the spoolie, I'm going to go ahead and brush out my eyebrows just to make sure all my hairs are going in the direction I want them to go in. I'm going to use the eyeliner, much darker than my eyebrows. This is pretty much like a jet black eyeliner, and I'm just going to line what I would like my eyebrows to look like when I am done. I'm not making up a shape. I'm pretty much just enhancing the shape that I already have, making sure I'm starting all the way from the center, going all the way to the tail. I want to make sure that I don't overline anything outside of the line. I am going to be waxing off, so you do want to make sure you are pretty precise with this. Then I'm just going to go ahead and repeat on the other side. Again, trying to be as precise as I can be. Then I did go ahead and spoolie my eyebrows back up because we're going to need the scissors to go ahead and cut off all of those long eyebrows that are sticking out. You want to make sure not to overcut, especially the ones on the ends. You do want the tail to stay as long as you can get it, or pretty much as long as you would like. Next, you're going to use your Veet waxing strips. These ones are the 3-in-1, but you can honestly purchase whichever ones you would like. Then you're going to take your scissors and cut them into small strips, just enough to remove the eyebrow hair. You want to warm it up in your hand. Then you want to go ahead and split the strip into 2. You will be using the second one, so make sure you lay it upright. You're going to go ahead and place it on your eyebrow, giving you a little bit of space in between the strip and the actual eyeliner. Make sure you press it in so there are no bubbles, and you want to make sure that you pull your skin taut and pull the hair in the opposite direction of growth. Then go ahead and repeat on the other side, again laying with a little bit of space in between the eyeliner and the wax. I'm going to go ahead and pull my skin taut and pull it in the opposite direction of the hair growth, so pretty much towards the center of my face. Now this next one I am going to use for the tail end of my eyebrow, so I'm going to cut it in half, seeing as that I only need smaller strips. Warm it up in my hand really good. Once it's warmed up, I am going to split it in half, again using the other side. I'm going to place that wax strip on the tail end of my eyebrow, giving it a little bit of space. Rub my finger over it. Again, make sure you don't get any extra hairs that you don't want to pull out in that wax strip. Repeat on the other side. Carefully making sure, like I said, you don't snatch any unnecessary hairs. That was the reason why we cut the hairs earlier, so that we don't snatch the unnecessary hairs. Once you're comfortable with the placement, we're going to pull the skin taut and rip in the opposite direction of hair growth, and repeat on the opposite side. Now for these next couple strips, I am going to also cut them in half because we are going to focus on the inside of the eyebrow. Since there is a curve there, I'm going to also take this in 2 steps, cutting my straight wax strip in half just for the center of my eyebrows, the ones closer to the inside of my nose. Taking the half of strip, warming it up in my hand. Again, be careful not to get the wax everywhere since you did cut it in half twice. You're going to use the other half for your other eyebrow, and we're going to place the wax strip right underneath the eyeliner. Now, the basics of removing the hair are going to be very repetitive after this. Placing the wax strip, removing it in the opposite direction of hair growth. The only thing that will change is how you like your eyebrows. I happen to like my eyebrows very crisp and very clean towards the center of my face, so this is my main focus right now. After I remove these strips, again, I'm going to go for the tail end, but the inside of my eyebrow. This time I am going to slightly try to give the wax strip a little bit of a curve just to make sure the wax isn't getting in any place that I would not like it to. This is totally optional. You honestly don't even have to wax this part. You can honestly just tweeze it and maybe get the same results. But again, I like the bottom of my eyebrows to be very, very crisp. So I went ahead and placed the wax strips right underneath that eyeliner with the wax strip that has a slight curve to it, just to make sure I'm not snagging any extra hair. I will also from time to time take the extra wax strip that I had on my hand and kind of clean up any unruly hairs that I can see that I can get with this wax strip. Next, I'm going to take the wax strip, also cut in half, and focus it towards the center of my eyebrows. I do have a slight unibrow, so this step is mandatory for me, but a lot of people do like their eyebrows a lot closer together. So feel free to just maybe use one strip and put it right in the center. But for me and my unibrow, we're going to go ahead and use two. My eyebrows grow up in the center, so I am pulling my wax strip down. Again, every time you place your wax strip, you do want to make sure that the part that you are peeling off is going to peel in the opposite direction of hair growth. It's very, very important if you want to actually remove the hair. Next, I am going to take my tweezers and clean up any small hairs that I couldn't get with the wax. I was giving a little space between, like I said, the wax and the eyeliner, so this is where I go ahead and make my eyebrows very, very crisp. You do not want to over pluck. You want to make sure you're backing up in the mirror after every couple plucks to make sure you're comfortable with the actual shape. If you stay too close, you will over pluck, you will lose eyebrows, you will look crazy. Just take the tip and thank me later. Next, using that spoolie and those scissors, you're going to brush your eyebrows in a downward direction. Again, the focus is to get the long eyebrows that are going to be sticking out of your shape. Once you have brushed down the amount of eyebrows that you would like, take those scissors and make sure to stay still on the outside of the eyeliner and just go ahead and clean that up as necessary. My eyebrows happen to be very long, so this is a very necessary step for me. Next, with your Veet strips comes the wax removal. These strips are going to help remove all of the excess and the extra wax that was left over from the waxing. I do initially start on all the actual parts that I waxed, and later I'll go in and remove the eyeliner as well. Make sure not to be too rough or too abrasive. You did just wax it, so it is a little sensitive in that area, but you do want to make sure that you remove all of the excess wax off of your face. Then go ahead and wash your face, and voila, you have your own waxed eyebrows. You're welcome. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and like it if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you have any cool ways that you DIY your eyebrows at home, and don't forget to subscribe.